But
Question
then
mark.
finally left their habitable town of Phandalin that they spent quite a large portion of the campaign up to this point at, securing their freedom from the Red Brand threat and dispersing with the goblins that were assaulting the Tribord Trail prior to that. And upon finally recapturing the leader, and discovering after the fact the leader was assassinated by supposedly the town master, which inevitably became a Scooby-Doo villain and was revealed as a doppelganger, possibly machinations behind the elusive black spider that's name has popped up on several documents that was discovered. This leaving Sildar kind of in charge to temporarily take over the town in the absence of any other type of authority. And although neglecting maybe more an official capacity to be deputized, the group decided to take up on some of the quests now that being that there is no protection for the townspeople, as a lot more, I guess, favors to be asked of, and posted a few of the quests. In which case, you decided to take up on one of the original ones, which was a band of orcs that were sighted far, far to the west. Yes, the west. The east is the ghost. Far to the west that would imply that they may be a threat to the town. Upon which, after just about settling off to go and take care of them, a dragon attacked. A white young dragon, as we were disclosing accordingly, which Mahi, bravely or stupidly, decided to confront alone. It ended up with shenanigans, nonetheless. In which case, though, the dragon defending itself did actually take off, feeling it was not necessarily prepared for the alpha strike that occurred after the funny introduction, and decided to leave the town to its fate. Though no evidence really confirmed its reason for attack, though one little clue might be that the dragon did recognize Mahi from some perspective. What that means or entirely the group was unaware of, but not concerned with, as the dragon left and cold blasted and froze both Tavith and Mahi. Nearly almost dying, the group decided to take that opportunity to rethink their life choices, get drunk, and inevitably, yeah, that's fair. Absolutely, that everyone played it the way their characters would normally feel. But the deciding, of course, in the morning that maybe retirement's not necessarily the time for, and tried to go back and take up the reins once again, get back on the horse. In which case, they made their way out to the Tribord Trail, leaving the town of Phandalin for some time, and traveling west on towards the direction where the Wyvern Tor location would be. First, having to cross through the trail, skirting around the Neverwinter Woods to the town of Conneberry. Prior to that, accordingly, on one night, this was a few days' travel. At one point, they decided to camp, and Mahi, feeling maybe rejuvenated from his near-death experience, decided to take up a flute and perform excellently. But to the chagrin of everyone else, because apparently it also caused a couple of owlbearers that were hunting at that point in time of night. They were also drawn to the music, in which case attacked the party, flanking from either side. Poor Tor taking a shot, but she was recovered, and the rest of the party slaying the owlbears, and Tavith cooking them accordingly. Not very impressively done, but I mean, barbecue is barbecue. For those that did partake of that, it was at least enough to get your protein for the evening. We also had a little bit of some relational, I'm not even sure what to call what happened, but something happened on a log between Archer and Python, and
Archer and Tor also.
We find ourselves waking up refreshed in the morning, all health points recovered, all spell slots open, charges replenished, everyone is prime and ready as you are unpacking your camp to head back out on the road towards your initial destination. And thus we begin. What would you like to do?
He sits up, looks at the sun, rubs his eyes and goes, ugh, I kiss Litter. Too soon. And may or may not have
Yeah, I don't know what just happened either.
What? Mahi did something.
Dragonborn.
You said you kissed the air?
Dragonborn translator. Yes, it's official. And I'm gonna be super nerdy about it. So I no longer have to say I say in Dragonborn. I can actually just say it.
Well, for the purpose for the rest of us and the DM,
Dragonborn.
preference that in parentheses.
I'll say.
So
I will say I speak in Dragonborn.
Like, it's
Draconic?
cool, but like,
That's fair.
Draconic?
Functionally.
Technically, some of the rest of you that I assume, based on what you've messaged me, for those that Mahi is supposedly teaching Dragonborn, you might have picked up on a couple words, but you're not fluent yet.
right.
Hey Mahi, what did you teach Archer? What words?
Probably just simple words.
Hi, goodbye, murder.
Hi, goodbye.
you know,
My name is.
Typical.
Teach
You
him the
might
cuss
hear
words.
me say too early.
Nice. Okay.
You definitely know the word vengeance. That's probably one of the
Okay.
top things I
Probably,
taught
probably the first thing you said. Like,
Yes.
essentially vengeance.
you.
Yeah, Archer's probably trying to sleep in.
Pite's acting like she didn't low-key fall asleep on watch.
Oh yeah, she fell asleep on watch.
Oh
that's
yeah, I
right.
forgot about that.
Oh well, I'm gonna go poke her with my staff then. Are you still sleeping?
No.
Bummer. I guess I'm not gonna poke you with
The
my
poke
staff.
her with the
then.
staff anyways.
Let's poke her with staff
I was
anyway.
never sleeping anyway.
Trancing.
She tranced on watch.
You were trancing very deeply.
I was very tired.
It's a long day.
Too much interaction.
Okay, well,
Me
I'm gonna pull everything out of the tent and then just like kick the post out because I've never been camping before in my life and I don't know how to actually take down the tent properly. So I'm just gonna kind of collapse it.
And breaks it.
Probably. It's fine. I don't know what camping is. Like, try to roll it back up. I don't remember how it was rolled in the tent roll to begin with.
Tavi steps out and starts stretching. Yawns real loud and realizes his loincloth is off.
Oh, thank God I'm
Oh.
focused on the tent.
Mahi,
Taurus really trying to get that tent.
I am
Ta-
100% focused on this tent. Why don't you
Tavith's
go
yawn
back?
just wakes Archer up. Archer comes out of the tent, sees Tavith.
Back down,
Oh.
pretend like it never happened.
Oh, Tavith?
It's not the first
Um,
time you've seen it.
What's up, bud?
All of us, except for Maki, have actually seen it already.
Can you put your loin cloth
Please,
on?
please do. I never needed to see that.
Cover yourself. Please.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Sure. Put my clothes back on and grab a piece of meat that's left on the fire. All dried up now. The fire's gone, but I know there's like maybe some meat left over because you people didn't like it.
I ate it last night. So.
I ate it.
Oh, you well, Python Archer didn't touch it.
I'm gonna look over at Mahi and be like, "Hey, you're officially a part of the group. You've seen Tavith naked. Go back to my tent."
Ray.
Oh, what I would do to forget that night. Oh my god.
Mhm.
And I'm
And I
gonna
just put my
collapse
tent
my
away.
tents.
Yeah, I could put the tent away. packed
Oh
it
wait,
up. put it in my-
actually, Mahi's not officially a part of the group. You haven't seen Archer naked yet. Once you've seen Archer naked, then you're officially a part of the group.
All the
That-
boys have to see each other naked in order to be a part of the group.
That will not happen. Nope. And we're not going to do that. I'm sorry, Mahi. You'll just never truly be a part of the group. then.
No, it will not. I'm fine with that.
Ah. So,
Yeah.
is everyone ready?
Loading the cart, my stuff.
We don't have a cart.
I thought we had a cart. Or we're
No.
walking this thing?
We are
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
walking.
walk in
remember
the-
we couldn't
Right,
get a
we're
horse in
walking
this campaign.
it.
That was the
Yeah.
other campaign.
It's been a while.
Oh man.
He's been listening into our other sessions.
Hey, yeah, I have the last 2 weeks, filling in for whatever void we've been missing with ours. Hey, Bites, want me to carry you this time?
I like look him up and down and just no.
All right. Suit yourself.
You still don't smell good, Tavi.
Yeah, like you haven't.
Well-
Nothing's changed.
Well, listen, you don't smell any better either.
I
Yeah.
smell amazing.
That's right, you always do.
I
Stink
do.
of water, Genasi. Well, I don't know that you are, but
You
know what
could.
mean.
think
I
it's
mean,
kind of.
you could take a bath. I'm sure there's a river somewhere. Wait, is
Can
this
you
like
do
a
that
cult?
thing?
Is this like a cultural thing? Like, do Goliaths not bathe?
That, well,
I look left and right. Can you just do that water thing you did to what's his name? To Deets, and just like wet me so I can wipe off my dirt.
that's not.
Yeah, I could do
bathing.
that.
I'm
Alright, thanks.
concerned for why you waited until we were in the woods to decide you wanted to bathe yourself.
Well, I did bathe myself the last time we were at the inn, so thank you very much.
He takes a couple steps back. Oh,
Waiting for
Nope.
that splash.
So I'm gonna cast create water. The whole. How much can I create at a time?
just the
10
whole thing.
gallons of clean water directly above Tavi, and just let it all crash down over him.
Nice.
Great. Great. Now we have a wet, stinky Goliath. Okay.
I am not stinky.
Water just what? You
He's
know what?
slight-
Okay.
He's
I wiped it all
slightly
off.
less stinky now.
We have a muddy Goliath now.
I grab Archer's bedroll and I just wipe it down. Wipe myself down.
Tav. Okay.
And now I'm not
Okay.
smelling anymore.
And I am ditching
Yep.
the bedroll. I'm not grabbing it.
I think gallons basically, so I mean you should be pretty effectively clean.
That's a lot of water.
That's a
Yes.
lot of water, yeah.
That's a good amount of water, yeah. Officially clean.
If you people think just standing underwater cleans you off,
Well, I'm
In
not wearing
fantasy
anything.
World, it
I'm
does.
not wearing
In
anything.
Fantasy world, it does.
Did you make it like a rainfall? Because you can make it like a rainfall or just like a.
like true
Oh.
shower, stands
Yeah.
there and scrubs himself for.
Yeah, let's
Right.
let's retcon that and then just say
Nope.
that she made it.
No, I
No, but you
straight
just
up
dump
dumped
water.
10 gallons on top of Tavi. Because that's what Tor is like.
Alright, so only my from my knees down are not cleaned. I managed
Yeah,
to get my upper body.
Your upper body with just a sheer amount of force of water.
It's all just like pushed down.
It's like all at his ankles now. It's got like a rim of dirt.
Tavith, go ahead and make a athletics check.
See how well I clean myself. Well, I'm good with athletics. Let's see.
To be fair, you are getting hit with 10 gallons. You
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
knocked prone.
Oh man, it's eight total.
Bloop.
Eight total.
Yeah. So the water is wet and slippery, and
Water is not wet.
you're not very graceful. So you can guess where you are now.
My booty's on the mud.
Back to dirty.
Failed
Back
step
to
one.
dirt.
Well, now I'm just gonna wipe it all over me to make it look like I'm trying to be camouflaged in the woods as we
That's-
walk.
We
Archer's
managed
just
to make
staring
Tommy
at Tommy.
dirtier.
Yes, this in fact actually made him worse than he started with.
Oh, God.
No, Tavi, the point of a bath. Never mind. Just never mind.
We'll try this when we get to where we're going next time.
Tor, Next
Mhm.
time, can you do like
Yeah,
instead of like a whoosh, do like a more of a trinkle.
The
type
dude is
thing.
built like a tree. I didn't think he'd fall over
The
from
guy
a little
is
bit of
this.
water.
It's not the point. I just
How
gestured
was
to
I
him.
supposed to know he was gonna roll in the mud like a pig?
He's Tavi. That's all
Well,
he's
that's
been
not
doing.
my problem.
Okay.
I
I
was
just
trying to
adapt-
help.
I just adapt to my surroundings. I'm sorry.
Well,
All right, let's go. Ready?
Let's go.
Go.
Pike staring into the camera.
Usually
The office style.
the transition sequence begins with Pyth walks away.
Pike doesn't know where they're going.
This
Liam
time I
waits
just.
for that line, and then he
Archer
picks
is the
up
one.
and, you know,
Archer is the one leading us with the map.
yeah. Archer pulls out his map.
So
Is
I'll be
everyone
behind
ready?
Archer. I'll be behind
Is
Archer.
everyone ready? I'm like pointing to everyone, checking if everyone's ready.
I'm ready.
The tent is mostly back in the bag how it was originally.
It's sticking
That's a
out.
lie. It's not. It's
It's still
completely
sticking out.
unrumpled. I just shoved it all into the bag of holding where you guys can't see it anymore.
You
easy enough.
okay?
The infinite space takes care of the messiness.
Well, I kind of like examine the map. I kind of like hold it out, and where are we on the map? Like on the
Great.
Tribord Trail.
So you've got another day of travel for the most part before you reach Connieberry, so you're kind of in
Okay.
between.
Okay.
Just off the road, you guys parked off the road on the side that borders the woods.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, great! First roll of today.
First roll of the day. First roll of the past 2 weeks.
Well, for you.
Okay, 20. 20 total.
20 is great. All right. So, a couple things you notice. Once you remove the camping gear, everyone is kind of ready to go, and you start heading back towards the trail. But you do notice a couple things from the previous night's encounter. There's a lot of, according to your own tracks, but you do notice, and what you would notice as well, being a woodsy person, you do see the owl bear tracks specifically. They both merge. You'll see them where they separate. One that came from the front of the camp, and another one came from behind, accordingly. And as you follow those, they merge as you go towards the north into the woods, and they trail off into kind of an open path into the woods.
Hmm.
You can see the direction where they came from.
Don't like that.
Is it the direction we're going?
It is not the direction you're going. This goes
No, but they're
into
kind
the
of
woods.
like, yeah. I'm just gonna like
But you
stop on the
can't
stop
tell-
on the trail. I'm just gonna like look there for a second.
You can tell that they were obviously hunting in pairs, and by that assumption, it probably was a mama and papa bear.
Okay.
That sounds like a them problem.
Okay. Archer's a
How
bit
hard-
more comforted.
How hard is it to tame a baby owl bear?
Owl bears are really difficult to tame.
I
but
can do
it's
it.
not
But if it's a
impossible.
baby,
I don't know,
I
ask
don't-
the ranger.
It's not
Archer.
impossible.
Archer,
What?
what if we went and got a baby owl bear?
No. Why?
What
Why
if-
would you?
why not?
Why?
What if we didn't?
But they're
Look,
cute
look,
when they're
okay.
small.
What almost killed you and took you
Okay,
away?
here's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. No, listen to Toppy.
Imagine if we had one on our
killed you.
side.
Why are
We
you
could raise it.
whispering? We're
Just
here
in case it hears
I
alone.
me.
think it was trying to tame you, Tor.
I mean,
See, Well, that was a big one. See,
No,
if we
it
have
was
a
dragging
baby
you
one,
away.
we have a baby one, we can raise it and we can teach
Okay,
it to
look,
only
I'm
bite
not
people
I'm
we
not
don't
much
like.
of an animal guy, but like taming an owl bear is not like
live in the
taming
woods.
like a cat
You live in the
or a
woods.
dog.
How are you not?
or
How
a
are you not an
Someone wants
animal
to
guy?
roll
You
a
live in the
nature
woods all
check?
your life.
I've done it before to different animals. I think I can.
A nature check?
Yeah.
Yep,
Not
a nature check.
Oh, not me. I'm not doing a nature check.
I mean, I can
Archer.
do a nature check.
Do a nature check.
Wait, it's intelligence based. Oh, I regret instantly.
8. I
Yeah,
regret
Archer-
as well.
Archer knows tracks, and that's the extent
I
of it.
know tracks. I know
Animal
what an owl.
biology and anything
Look,
else beyond
I
that.
know
Oh shoot,
what
I
an
would have
owl
gotten a
bear
good
is.
roll.
I can track owl bears. I can track animals. But as far as like actually dealing with the animals, I don't know squat. Okay.
All he knows is murder, death, kill.
It's
Yep,
It's fine.
pretty much.
There's like 5 of us. We would figure it out. It's fine.
Can
Okay,
I
look.
can I just take the map from Archer's hands?
I have a
Roll a
firm
sleight
grip
of
on it.
hand.
I have a firm grip on it.
I'm not like trying to snatch it. I'm just like kind of grabbing it and like tugging. Like, can I have this? But I'm not saying anything. Like as they're talking. Like,
Yeah.
don't want to
Sleight of
interrupt,
hand.
but
Roll it.
Roll a sleight of hand.
I'm
If you're not saying
I'll
anything.
give it to her. I'll give it to her. I will once she tugs, I will hand it off.
I'm just gonna look at is Wyvern Tor like actually marked on this map? Or is it just a general
Roll a history check for me.
16?
16. In the general area, you're aware of like I said, the general direction of it. So based on the map, you do know that for the most part, the easiest path, you could off-road it if you wanted to. You'd have to go through the mountainous areas in order to get to it. But generally speaking, the easier roads are to go south from Conneberry, past Old Our Well, past the Shrine of Savras, and further south you'll see the Wyvern Tor. It's a crag. It's known for, back in the past, it used to be a wyvern breeding ground. It's no longer necessarily known for that, though. Most of those wyverns were bred out, dispersed. You suspect, from what you understand with the orcs, they're probably using that place as a staging ground for something. It's defensible.
I'm gonna kind of look at the map and then look around and then start off in that direction because I don't want to be a part of this conversation anymore.
Okay, wait, nope, Python, nope, not this time. I'm map guy. I know this trail. I'm from Tribor. I get the map. And I hold my hand out.
I hand it back to him, but I'm still going.
And I'm going to rush it. I'm gonna walk ahead of her.
I'm gonna follow after Python, I guess.
I'm running
Or
after
Archer, whoever ends up.
I guess I'm in back.
Okay. All right, so everyone is heading back onto the trail?
Yep.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so leader, go ahead and roll the perception for me.
Woo! 9.
9? Well, you found the trail.
I did.
Did it.
Yeah, that was bad. Wow, stupid
Everything
dice.
else around you seems to not be relevant. So the most part, you spend most of your time in the front holding the map and not really paying attention otherwise.
The manticore above you does not seem like it's
The stealth check of all the other monsters in the general vicinity, etc., etc. So you guys head off back west accordingly towards that direction, heading towards the town of Conneberry. About halfway through the day, y'all see what looks to be a humanoid figure coming from that direction, walking towards you.
And I'm going to kind of like do a really subtle spin to where Python is in the front.
He pulls out his
Python
sword.
and her people skills.
Passively, with your perception, Python, you see the same thing.
Python
There's
like
a humanoid figure
watches
that's
Archer
walking down the dusty road.
like
I pull
watch
out
you
my
do this
sword.
duck.
I kind of shrug.
I'm gonna grab on the back of Archer's cloak and just tug it a little bit.
How far away is it?
From this distance, it looks to be maybe about 120 feet down.
I'm gonna tug his cloak again.
What?
Keep tugging it until he acknowledges
I
me.
am going to turn around. Still
What
walking.
is it?
A person.
What kind of person?
I kind of look around Python.
Can I
It's a person. It's a humanoid figure.
With your 9, that's how you explain it.
Can I cast guidance on myself and try to get a better look at what we're dealing with
Okay.
here?
Go ahead and roll perception then.
We need to keep
With your
Tavis and
guidance.
Maki in the back then, because if they see
Nope,
something
I already
living,
see it.
they might
Oh,
just
I'll
kill
see
it.
Do I?
Here, don't worry. That's why I put Python in the front. She's gonna handle this.
Hold
We're just
on.
gonna-
Why did you put Python in the front?
I would have seen it.
If this
I'm
is the
not
person who wants to talk to us, why did you put Python in the front?
because Python will probably keep the conversation on track and short, and we'll just keep going.
It's a 17.
Okay, that's fair.
17. Okay, yeah. So, so as it gets closer, you can start to make out some details of the person. Once it gets within range, it seemed to be a person walking accordingly. They look like they have kind of a staff in their hand. Basic traveling clothes. You can't really see any more specific details. It's definitely humanoid, medium built, too small or too big. That's about all that you can make out at this point. It does have a large backpack on its back. And not really walking at a very fast pace, more of a casual stroll accordingly.
He's a little less tense, but he still has his sword drawn.
Mahi, put the sword away.
I suspect this may be a traveler,
I
as
just
this
run up
road
there.
is not
Run up
uncommon
the
to that.
I'm
I
just
swear,
Put
if
the
this thing
sword away.
attacks and I'll have my sword out, it's gonna be your fault. And I put it in its sheath.
I'm
And
just going to.
when the guy trips and doesn't stab himself on your sword of death, you can thank me.
Alright.
I'm gonna casually call out, "Hail, traveler!"
As he starts approaching, it hears you and kind of lifts up its head, and you can see him kind of wave his stick over. And he starts noticing you all. He starts walking towards your direction. As it gets closer and closer, you start to make out some more details. So, from what you can tell, sticking out of the top of his cloak looks like horns. So, this appears to be a tiefling of some kind. He's purple in color. His countenance looks fairly friendly, and as he approaches, he goes, "Why, hello!"
I'm gonna smack Archer's arm. That's what a tiefling looks like, not me.
Hey, Tor, is that your uncle?
Oh my god.
Hello.
He nods at the rest, kind of a little confused about the commentary that's going behind. Looks at Tor up and down. No, I don't think we're any relation.
I don't think so either, sir.
It's an
Khajiit
inside
has
joke,
wares if you
nothing.
have coin.
No offense.
What all brings you down this road?
Business.
Orc
Ah.
killing.
Can I grapple Tor during this conversation?
Yeah.
Too late. I've already said it. It's too late. It's already out of my mouth.
Well, if it's business you seek, then business you might yet find. I also go down the road for business. Allow me to introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Vigo.
What?
And then as
Vigo.
and he does like a little flourish with his hand as he does, almost like he was kind of
Like he's high.
a performer of some kind in his past. And as he does so, he turns to the back and he unstraps the backpack that he was carrying, goes into the backpack and pulls out like this table. Folds the table open, sets it in
Oh
front,
my god.
goes in the backpack and pulls out a chair, sets it behind the table.
Ow.
He hits the table once, and a little sign pops up and says, "Vigo's Emporium of Wondrous Items and Other Oddities."
You can see the question marks on Pythe's face.
Yeah. I push past Python.
What do you have?
He rolls, a 15 in performance. So, at which point he kind of does a little handstand and flops back into the chair, somewhat not super gracefully. He almost looks like he missed that last part, but adequately enough. He puts his head on his hand and his elbow on the table and looks at you, and then ushers to the empty table before him.
How?
Welcome to Vigo's Emporium of Wondrous Things and Oddities.
How old
I
is
shove
this
Archer
tiefling?
in front.
Roll a.
Or like, what did just general?
I guess an insight check.
Perception, maybe?
I guess perception could qualify as well.
checks my stats. It doesn't matter. It's the same. 16.
16. I mean, from your perception, accordingly, I mean, you don't see anything that would necessarily pinpoint an age. He looks middle-aged, not super old. You don't see wrinkles or grayness of any kind in his features. His eyes don't necessarily look worn or tired. No wrinkles. So, I mean, you would factor he's middle-aged. Definitely, based on his height and so forth. He's a matured tiefling.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the table and put my hands on it.
And he looks at you and goes, "Well, what can Vigo do for you today?"
What do you have?
Fortune smiles on you because Vigo has many, many things, and very fortunate that we came across our paths. Tell me, where did you all come from?
Well, we
Uh-oh.
Randallin was the last place we were at.
Oh, the Vandalin. The Vandalin. I'm not familiar with this place.
It's a horrible place. Don't go there.
It's
It's not
it.
horrible.
It's a horrible place. It's been attacked by red
It
brains. It's
was
been attacked by
horrible.
orcs. It's been attacked by
by the way,
dragons.
we all met in Neverwinter.
Oh, there's not a dragon now, is there?
Well, not in this
No.
exact moment, but it might come back.
I'm just gonna
Vigo,
kind of
Vigo
like
sees a business opportunity, perhaps, so maybe he go travel back that way. He came from behind you, yes? You came from that location,
Yes, but
down the
honestly,
same
they're
road.
like all hicks, and so if I'm not sure they would buy anything from you. It was very.
I'm gonna flake the back of
Vigo knows
towards
how
head.
to sell to those that may not have such uniqueness to their mundane lives or items accordingly. Vigo very interested in going. However,
I'm gonna smack Archer behind me for flicking me. Like reach back and just smack him.
that will be something at the later point, but for right now, Vigo'll show you what he has. And he goes into the backpack that's now sitting beside him, and he rumbles about a little bit, and eventually pulls out a rock. And he lays it
I
on
am
the table.
interested.
And he goes, "You see before you, this is a special item.
That's a rock.
Vigo got this all the way from Fae. This is
Okay.
called the Rock of Gravity Detection."
That's a rock.
Oh, let me guess. If you drop the rock and it lands on the ground, it means gravity is working.
Exactly. You must have seen this before.
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up
actually.
and test it out.
All right. So you go ahead and you pick up the rock.
And I kind of like hold it above the ground, and I drop it.
Vigo kind of, as he drops it, his eyes get wide, and he kind of drums his fingers together, and he goes, "Yes, yes, yes, you got it.
Hey,
There's gravity here."
I try.
That's
I
What?
try.
go.
I don't
Go
trust
ahead.
you, Maggie.
Go ahead.
I grab it and I throw it as far
If
away
you
as
break it, you buy it from Vigo.
He just threw it.
Mahi,
Mahi, that was incredibly rude.
That you.
How far away did you throw it?
He chucked it,
as
man.
far as I could.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Mahi.
How do I like for unarmed?
Just a D20.
items? Oh, just a regular D20.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find it. 13.
13? Okay, yeah.
D20.
Chucked it pretty much out of the way. Vigo kind of
And I
looks as you do so, and he turns back to you and goes,
I give him 2 gold pieces. Oh, we be on our way. And I look at Archer and the rest of the group.
He
Mahi.
takes it, and he bites at the gold as he puts it back in his pouch. 2 gold. Vigo say it's adequate, though. Vigo would probably say the rock was worth way more. But hey, you throw it, you buy it, and that's the Vigo rule. And he
I'm
puts-
going to put 5 more gold on the table and be like, I'm sorry he threw it.
Vigo takes the 5 gold.
What else do you
No
got?
worries.
I'm sorry that my friend here is so rude. I would like to see your other wares.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Vigo has
What
many,
else?
many more things if you're interested. So he goes back into the backpack and
Focus.
rummages around a little bit further. And the next item that he brings up, he pulls out a jewelry box, and he sets it out on the table, and he opens it slowly. As he opens it, it's a nice ornate kind of box, and there's kind of like a red velvety satin type of cushioning inliner, but there's nothing in the box. He goes, "What you see before you here is what Vigo likes to call the ring of invisibility. It's
Let me guess. The ring grants itself invisibility, and that's it.
Yes, the ring is invisible,
Wow.
but Vigo, promise you, it's in there."
I'm gonna try to reach around in the box, and I am going to fake grasp onto something in the middle.
Oh.
And if you see, and he's as you do so, he kind of Vigo comes around the table and he kind of goes around you and puts his hand in the empty space that you're kind of holding the ring at it, and he goes, "Oh, and if you see here the ornate details of the ring," and he starts to try to instruct you with something that's you are clearly not perceiving at the moment.
Can I make sure that Archer isn't getting robbed here while he's not paid?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Jeez.
I know the art. I don't know what's happening.
Oh man, 8.
An 8?
Hey, could I give her
Nope.
advantage?
Hey,
Not too
This
late.
guy?
I mean,
Okay.
it's as advertised.
Okay.
How much for the ring and the box?
Oh, well, Vigo say that's a special ring. Vigo probably say 7 gold.
But we're friends. Couldn't you give us a deal since we're your friends now?
Since you paid Vigo for the Lost Rock, Vigo drop it down to 5 gold.
I'm staring at Archer like, don't you dare.
Deal. And I slap 5 gold into his hand.
All right, you're now the owner of a supposedly box containing the ring of invisibility.
What else you got?
Vigo claps his hands together, pockets, and puts it in his pouch, and he goes, "Okay," and he drums his fingers onto the table, and then he turns around, pulls in the cloak. Takes a few minutes. There's a couple of oddities that he kind of throws out, but a lot of it looks like extra rocks that he might have picked up, but he doesn't really discuss them. And then eventually he pulls out this long kind of cloak. He kind of snaps it into the air. You see kind of almost a dust cloud kind of come off of it accordingly. It's a green cloak with some holes in it, and a hood. And then he pulls it up in front of his face, and he kind of then he peeks around the side of it while he's holding it up, and he goes, "This, my friends, this is the cloak of leak resistance. Here, let me show you how it works." And he points over to Tavi. He goes, You, naked man, come over here.
We're all
Yes.
gonna get robbed
You
blind.
need some clothes. Vigo will help you. So he fastens the cloak around you.
Pyth is holding all her bags like very close to herself.
It totally does not fit you. In fact, the clasp barely goes around your neck. But he makes it work. And then as he kind of unfurls the rest of the cloak and kind of pats it out, he goes, Okay, you sir, turn around for Vigo.
Turns.
All right, so you turn to his back. So the cloak is facing him at this point. He goes into his back. He rummages around a little bit, and then he pulls out what looks like an onion. And then he chucks it.
Leak resistance.
And it's a 17. Does that hit?
Yeah, I have 13.
All right, you take 0 damage.
Okay.
And he goes, "Wow! The cloak is resistant to leak.
Sir?
But
Question
not so
mark.
much as far as rain goes."
So it's
Also,
resistant to oil.
Vigo,
I mean,
Vigo disclaimer, it is leak resistant, not leak proof.
This is a very important distinction.
Very important, yes. No refunds.
Might I interest you in a trade for that?
Ooh, Vigo always interested in new trades. What do you have?
I'm going to pull out the carnelian. Now this
Archer.
stone. Now this stone. If you wait until the full moon of the 4th month of the year,
Can I grab this
Has
out of
to
his
be.
hand?
Okay.
you
Roll a
can
spy
try.
hidden check unless Archer decides to contest it.
I will contest it.
What am I rolling?
Slide a hand if you want to try to nab it.
It's a 21.
21.
No. I guess roll a strength on that Archer.
Great strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, strength.
18.
Oh
She
man.
snatches right out of your hand. As you show Vigo starts to kind of almost like he's tries to take it from your hand, and immediately Pike snaps it in between the two hands, and the
Like,
tornado's
nope.
gone.
I have a
Hey, be
better
careful.
idea. I have a better idea, and I.
Vigo kind of recoils his hand back, goes. He's a little confused. Looks at you.
I'm gonna pull out an alms box and hand it to Archer. Like, remember the box of
Eternal salvation. Yes. I totally forgot we had this. Thank you, Python.
Kind of leans in closer over the table.
Oh, this is a really good one. It's said to have been blessed
He
by
cocks his
Kellenvor himself.
ears towards you. Okay.
Yes.
He kind of
Kellenvor.
nods and looks, and his
Yes.
eyes get real wide.
Legend has it that 400 years ago, Kellenvor blessed this very box, and whoever is in possession of it, once every 3 weeks, they'll gain a special wondrous item. And that
Which would
item,
be perfect for you because you could sell it in your shop.
this is true, it's never ending.
All right, roll deception with advantage. This Taurus.
Oh man.
That's 19. Oh, thank God. My
This would
first
be
one
an
was
excellent collection to Vigo. How much do you say you are asking for this particular item? Or would
Yeah,
you be
wait.
interested in the cloak for
We
a
need
trade?
more. And now, this is a really special item. So
This
just
is
a
a really
cloak that's
special
leak
item.
resistant? That doesn't seem like
What-
quite
what
a
else?
fair trade. What else you
what
got?
else do you have?
Could we trade it for your fancy bag you have here that seems to hold many wondrous items?
Oh, if it's bags you are looking for, Vigo has many, many bags.
No,
very,
no,
I
no.
very.
want something shiny.
The bag
Vigo,
that you
Vigo knows
have.
very many females that likes his bags.
The-
So let me go and show you.
Pyth is like, God, son of a...
So he kind of winks at you as he does that, and he goes and looks through his bag. Now he rifles through it a little bit, and then he pulls out another little bag. It doesn't have, it's like a pouch basically, and he holds the bag out, and he puts it on the table, and he goes, "This, my friends, from what most of the famous mages of Faerun would call a bag of the holding. You see? There are no straps, so you have to pick the bag up and you hold it." And he picks it up in front of you.
Ah,
And you
that's
notice
what a
that,
bag of
technically
holding is.
speaking, the backpack that he's pulling from does seem to be.
That's what I
Actually,
was
go
asking
ahead
about.
and roll an insight check on this.
Who? Me?
Yeah, Pythavin, since you're inquiring.
You're the one who wants it.
Yeah, you're closest.
We're interested in his junk, man.
13.
13. Okay, interesting enough, and especially because you guys already have it, it does appear that he has maybe a backpack of some nature that does have some kind of holding. And the fact that he pulled this bag out from that one would suggest to you
Yeah. It's not.
it's not really magical. But he holds it out before you, and he awes and oohs and goes, "See, watch as Vigo holds the bag of holding. It fits many, many things. Do you have many precious little things? For example, the little stone that you have? Perhaps. Ooh, maybe you might even be able to fit this." And he tries to take the box from you, and he tries to stuff it into the bag, but it doesn't quite go. And so he hands you the box back, the alms box back, and he goes, well, it's box resistant, so it doesn't fit to the box. But for example, your gold, Vigo knows from experience, you always have multiple bags where you put your gold in.
What about
Mm,
the
I'm
bag
gonna-
that you are wearing? The one that you are pulling all of these things out of?
Oh, well, that's Vigo's store. Vigo can't sell his business, of course. Vigo still needs to make the money. This is my
but-
livelihood. you
But
see.
if we trade our box of many items for your bag of many things, it would be a fair
Claps-
trade, no?
He claps his hands together and goes, "Oh, I know what will make this work." And he goes back into the bag, and a few minutes later, he pulls out a stick.
Oh my
And
God.
he lays the stick on the table. And he goes, "These, my friends, these. Listen close. Come closer. Come closer."
Pyth does
Archer
not
comes
come
closer.
closer.
Archer
I come
comes so
closer as well,
close.
so
so
does
close.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm with
And he
I'm with
leans
the
in
talking
towards you,
about
where
it.
almost your noses are kind of touching. and then he points his finger and he goes, "This is what is known very, very far from the west. It is known as the stick of 1,000 splinters."
No.
Legend
I gotta look at
says
my finger that I got a splinter on with the bone.
that any creature that you hit with the stick suffers a death unlike any other.
Archer, hold still. I'm gonna hit you with it.
Hey, wait, no,
He kind of holds out his hand and stops you from doing that. He's like, no, don't touch his stick. Liability.
We won't sue you. It's fine.
No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I trust this man, and I trust that everything he's saying is true. Right?
Well,
and I kind of look
I
at him.
want to see how it works.
So he puts his hand out and goes, hold on, one moment. And then he goes to his backpack and pulls out a leather glove. Looks worn. And he puts the glove on the table and goes, "This is the glove that holds the stick of 1,000 splinters. It's the only way you are protected from it."
Did he not
makes
just
sense.
pull the stick out with his own bare hand?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did.
Incredible.
How much for that? How much
No,
for
no,
that?
no, no. No,
Alright,
remember, we're
nope,
setting
wait,
up a trade
no.
for the box.
Yeah,
We're getting
yeah,
several
trade, of
smaller
course.
items for the
Of
trade
course.
for the box.
Of course, dibs
Vigo says
on
this is
the
a fair
stick and the
deal.
glove.
He trade you cloak of leak resistance, stick and glove.
In
I
the
don't know
bag.
about my bag though.
The bag of holding. The one that you hold.
That little bag of holding, okay. I throw that in, say at a discount.
Why me?
As,
This
as,
seems like
as
a very
an
fair trade.
alternative trade, do you happen to have any gold?
Gold, you say? Well, Vigo has gold. Do you need change?
I would be willing to, speaking for my party at least, we would be willing to part with this very special box for some money.
Roll perception or persuasion.
I want the items.
You see, this box,
It's a 12.
it's what gave me the stone that I was showing you. It's an amazing box.
He kind of thinks for a moment and he taps his nose. Then he looks back and goes, "Oh, unfortunately, it does seem like it's very, very interesting box. However, Vigo's not in the financial ability to be purchasing new items. However, Vigo needs to unload some of his overstock."
I think we can I think we should trade the box for the items. It seems like a fair deal.
Vigo agrees. He will do this trade.
I think it's fair.
Pipe just like shakes her head and like, whatever.
I call dibs on the stick, though.
Like,
I
take
want the
thing off
glove.
of me.
You can have the glove, but I want the stick.
I'm like restrained with this cloak on me. Can someone please help me get it off?
No. This is your problem.
I mean, you are capable
No.
of.
Unclasping it yourself.
At the moment, you still have the leak that he threw at you. It's still kind of stuck to the side of the cloak. It seems damp.
Look, you have yourself a deal, sir, and I hold out my hand to shake it.
All right, he takes it, and you both shake accordingly. Vigo knows a good deal when he sees one, and he goes ahead and
Apparently not.
takes the alms box that you gave, and he puts it into his bag. And so now you guys have a cloak of LEEK resistance. you have a pouch,
Oh my god.
and you have a stick.
Oh,
and
and
a
a
glove.
glove.
And a glove.
And a glove.
Hold on.
Yep.
I
And
gotta add a stick, because the stick is mine.
Archer is immediately putting the glove on his right hand.
All right.
Oh,
That way
oh,
you
You
can have
have-
better grip.
Archer,
when-
Archer,
with
You
the-
have
I
a
need you
brown
to
leather
pick up-
glove now in your right
I need
hand.
you to pick up the stick and put it in my bag, because I don't want to die a horrible death
Oh,
of 1,000
absolutely,
splinters.
absolutely. And I grab the stick with my glove, and I'm going to gently put it in her bag.
Vigo
And
notices as you put the glove on, he goes, "Oh, Vigo used to know back in the city there was a bar that sung very, very good music, and he wore a glove like that too."
Or,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
or,
Do
Where did you get this glove from?
or.
Mr. Vigo?
Oh, Vigo don't know.
Hey, Vigo.
Vigo assumed that he also maybe had the sneak of maybe 2,000 splinters, perhaps.
Oh, that would make sense.
That
But in that
would
case,
that
Vigo would
follows.
require that you have 2 gloves and not 1.
This makes sense.
I will try my best to find another glove specific to the stick of 2,000 splinters.
Vigo thinks that's a very, very good idea.
Very
In
good.
fashion
idea.
sense, maybe not so much.
Where was this bar?
I don't think Archer's much concerned with fashion sense.
Where's the bar?
Hey, I look at Python. Hey,
Oh, hey, Vigo.
Yes.
Because you've been so nice, you're heading to Phandalin, right?
Oh, yes. It sounds like if there's no dragon, Vigo definitely thinks that maybe the people of Phandalin need Vigo's wares. Maybe
I
even
think so too.
Vigo
But here-
find a buyer for the box of... What did you call it again?
the box. of
Eternal salvation.
The box of eternal salvation. Oh, Vigo thinks
But here-
Phandalin need eternal salvation.
I
Yeah.
want to give you something to help you out.
Oh, okay.
Please
Vigo
stop.
always
So I'm
has
gonna-
been pretty grace.
I'm gonna reach into my actual bag of holding. I'm
And
gonna pull
as
out.
you do, you
an
notice
entire
like
short
he's
bow.
super interested in what you're holding.
But I'm gonna pull out an entire short bow from the Lion's Shield Coster and hand it to him.
Okay. And it has a Lion Shield Coster emblem on it.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and remove that.
You-
He takes it from you. He kind of looks it up and down, inspects it. Oh, this is very, very good quality. You're not thinking that he need to use it in Phandalin.
Oh no, not to use it.
He's
so
still
there's-
safe, yes, for Vigo?
Oh, it's totally safe. But if you go to the weapons lady and give this to her, you get discounts on everything, and you get like more popular in the town because they're missing a lot of these weapons.
Oh, Vigo will take your advice. And then he goes and kind of stuffs it into his bag.
Okay, so I'm gonna remove one of the short bows.
Pyth is just rubbing her temples.
Oh, man.
He's still curious on where this bar's at.
Bard.
Oh,
As
I
a
thought he
musician.
He said
thought
it
he
was
said-
a bard that wore a glove.
You
Oh,
are
Lord.
an alcoholic.
by,
bar.
by the way, does anyone get the reference?
No.
No, we're
Michael
just having
Jackson.
fun.
No
Same.
Michael Jackson fans?
I do.
Okay.
Oh,
Glove.
Oh.
yeah, okay, I get what you're talking about.
Alright.
I thought you were just straight up implying that this man stole a bard's glove and resold it.
Yeah,
that
honestly.
could be the end game reason. Yes. Michael Jackson doesn't exist in this world, but
Little
if he
do we know
did,
that we're actually talking to the
probably
BBEP right
would be a
now.
bard.
Mikhail Jackson.
Mikhail.
Michael Jackson's
He's
everywhere.
a tiefling too.
He's
He's everywhere. It wouldn't surprise me.
All right, I'm gonna take off the
cloak.
cloak and just wipe down all the mud that was on me with it.
So now you
Because
have
it's-
a muddy
hand it-
towel of
And hand it to
resistance.
Archer. And hand it to Archer. Like, hey, looks like it works pretty well.
You can
What a
keep
great
that.
purchase. Yeah, put it in your
And-
bag, Tavi. That's your
Put
cloak.
it in your bag. It's your
Um,
cloak.
I'm
How do-
trying to be deceptive about how well it works.
How do you spell Vigo?
Vigo.
So
I cannot believe. He just kind of looks down at the ground, wide-eyed, just like in awe, like, I cannot believe I owe my life to these people. And I'm just going to continue to look at the ground in disbelief.
So can Vigo help you with anything else? You all look like you're how do you call the adventurers? Yes.
Yes, that is us, mighty adventurers.
Where may I ask are you headed?
We're a traveling circus.
What?
He gets real
Yes.
interested, is what you're
We
saying.
can juggle. I point at Archer.
I
We certainly
juggle.
have a collection of
Please,
clowns.
please show Vigo. And he sits, kind of
Um,
leans back in his chair and puts his feet up against the table.
I need things to juggle.
I
Hey.
don't have anything to
Hey,
juggle.
Mahi, go that rock that you threw. I need that, and
Oh,
find
can we
two
borrow
others
some
like
of
it.
your rocks? I point to the rocks on the table. So, you can juggle them.
So there are a couple of rocks that he kind of threw out of his pack around the ground, and so I mean there are a few rocks that you can easily pick up without having to roll for it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to pick up 3 rocks, and I'm
Alright.
going to, I juggle.
All right, do performance check.
Oh shoot! Oh
please.
my god!
Please.
Can I juggle?
Pike's gonna
Can I
take a
juggle?
good
Oh my
step
God.
back from this.
Oh my god! Oh my
Me
god! I don't
too.
want to roll.
We
I
don't
don't
have
want
any
to roll.
bards in this party. You guys have hardly used the performance
19.
stat. 19.
19.
Nice. So with all the dexterity of years of living in the woods and archery has done for you, all of us. You also have a knack for juggling. Who knew, right? You could be a
He did it.
bard.
Archer
and-
didn't know.
and a
Archer
future
didn't.
level up.
Guess she's
Um,
multifaceted the bard.
Vigo's super impressed as well as the rest of the group for the most part.
Yeah,
you don't drop anything, and you are still juggling as we speak.
Yeah, as I'm juggling, I'm just be like, yeah, I juggle, and while I juggle, Tor here does standing backflips.
So Vigo turns to Tor.
Yeah, I do typically, but I have a back injury, and so I have a backup act right now. So, do you want to see that instead?
Vigo kind of shakes his head and he goes, "No, Vigo understand how the backies. Vigo also suffers from this traveling all day long. It's very hard work for Vigo."
I'm gonna open my water skin anyways and use shape water to make water whip around in circles and do shapes in the air.
She's
All right, go ahead and
being
roll
a-
performance.
She's being a waterbender.
I'm a waterbender confirmed.
I'm still
wait,
juggling. I
that's-
haven't stopped.
Okay.
Archer didn't know he could
I'm
do this,
19.
but now he knows.
19. You
Oh
are the
my
Legend
God.
of Korra.
I am. It's a whoosh. It's going all over.
I'm just waiting for the DM to go and remove 90 gold from each of your pockets.
Yeah.
It's
I did state earlier, Pyth has been
Taurus does
Pyth has
like an
been
atom
holding on to
thing,
her
like where she's the
bags.
nucleus and the water's circling around her like electrons.
And then I
And,
say,
and Archer's still juggling, and as such, Vigo picks up a rock and kind of throws it in Archer's direction.
Oh yeah, I can. Yep, I can do 4.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm-
and you do with that roll that you pulled off. You catch it and you keep going, and you're still going forward, and everyone else is kind of like a little shocked at this.
and then I tell him like, hey, me and Python are a pair of contortionists.
Vigo
Just
claps
be
his
alright.
hands and goes, "You all must be traveling circus. Vigo needs to maybe Vigo we do partnership at some point. Do we Vigo sell the tickets?"
You know,
Hey.
one day we can definitely look into that.
Vigo said, "Well,
Hey.
if you find me, Vigo continue to head east and maybe check out the Fenderland. You look up Vigo when if you ever go back that way, and I guarantee you, Vigo's path will cross again for sure."
And I'll be
Will
the
do.
mascot.
That sounds great.
Can Vigo help you with anything else in the moment? We do have other mundane items. Adventurers typically like to purchase from Vigo. We don't have a lot of stock, but Vigo always can use the coins.
I actually,
And so
I'm good.
As he said stuff, or as he says this, he goes through his bag and he looks up and he pulls out a couple of potions of healing.
Oh,
Are they actually potions of healing, or is he BSing this like
Go,
he's BSing?
go ahead and roll an insight check.
It's Kool-Aid.
14.
They look legit.
they look legit.
You say those were potions of healing?
Oh yes, Vigo sells the potion of healing.
Hey, Python, pay the man. We need those.
Vigo knows that many adventurers always have need of the red juices of the healing.
Oh yeah, by the way, watch out for owl bears while you're in the woods. Those things are nasty.
Oh, Vigo never go to the woods. Vigo know better than camp off the side of the woods. Only stupid people do that.
You're right. Only stupid people do
Only
that.
stupid people do that.
Where
No
else
one
would you
here is
propose to
stupid
camp?
people.
I am not a
No, none
stupid
of
people.
us
I'm
are stupid
juggling
people.
4 rocks.
Absolutely.
Still juggling.
Could someone stupid juggle 4 rocks?
Absolutely not.
Could a depressed person make this?
How much were the carnelians worth? Which I'm still holding.
Do
I think it's
I
5
don't-
gold.
I don't remember. It's in
We-
Archer's inventory.
10 gold,
I'm
I
sure.
think.
we had a couple of different ones, I think,
Yeah.
but I believe we set the cost up right. What's it showing?
I don't have it. It's Archer's.
Me-
Um,
piece of-
yeah, for me it says 10 gold.
Okay.
yeah.
How much for the potions?
Vigo doing a special deal today, especially considering you all gave Vigo a very, very new item he sells to try to make profit on. So, potion of healing, we say 75 gold.
I drop all of the rocks.
What if instead we do, in fact, give you this magical stone that my good friend here previously was going to offer you, and I hand it back to him.
As I was saying before, this was so rudely snatched from me. On the 4th month of every year, and not every year, only if there's a full moon in the 4th month of the year. If you hold this in the moonlight and you make a wish, it will come true. It only has 3 uses, though.
Like genies.
He gets really, really close to you in the gym. Roll deception.
With advantage?
With advantage.
I said, with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that second roll was worse. 15.
15. Vigo gets really, really close. He looks at the gym and then looks back at you and goes, "Oh, you the funny man! Vigo know this joke! Ha! Vigo not born yesterday.
Parrot. So.
That's worth 10 gold.
Can I mumble? But you took the.
Vigo will take the gemstone from you and discount off the potion of healing down to 65.
Do you know the trouble I had to go through to get that stone? Do you
It's
know
true, it was
how
actually a
many
very-
storm giants I had to fight off single-handedly to get that stone?
Well, you did make a very, very cool show for Vigo. So Vigo say, how about the both for 65? Plus the
Both
gym.
for
Deal.
65?
Both for 65 and the gym.
She says deal.
Done.
Our cleric has spoken.
So it goes ahead and takes the gym, and then you 65 times 2.
No,
130.
you.
I thought it was
Oh,
65.
you said 65 for both. That
Yeah.
implies both for
No,
65.
65 at both.
Oh,
In other
that
words,
is
he
not a
discounted
deal then.
Both of them. That's down to 65.
Not a deal
Not
then.
the deal.
Oh, okay. So he hands the gym back.
That's why I was like, done. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap!
Okay, well, we appreciate your time, but I'm gonna put the carnelian. I'm gonna put the carnelian
Ask you.
back in my and wherever I was keeping it before. I don't know where I was keeping
If he
it
goes,
before.
oh, well, okay, I see. Oh, you silly man. I see what you do there. You try to bargain with the Vigo. Vigo knows this. Vigo, these are the words of Vigo. So Vigo knows that maybe 65, not the number. Perhaps the 55 might be a good number for you.
It's closer.
We're getting somewhere. We're truly getting somewhere.
55. And he pulls out his hand.
Could we get a bundle deal?
Both for 55. Each. Not too confused the last time.
Yeah.
But the Vigo gives 10 days discount on both the potions of healing. This is last ones in stock, and no other place to go.
How about both for 100 gold total?
And the pretty gym?
No.
No, I'm afraid you think that this is just a lowly gem worth 10 gold. I have 3
Vigo's-
wishes that I will gladly use.
Vigo's disappointed, but...
Oh, I'm
roll-
disappointed too.
Vigo says roll persuasion.
Probably Pyth, right?
Yeah.
15. I have no charisma.
Vigo kind of thinks a bit. Okay, 100 gold for 2 potions of healing. Vigo say, maybe a restock in Fandolin perhaps, but go ahead. Vigo thinks you might need it. Especially, Vigo say you saw a dragon attack, yes?
Yeah. Was it
Oh,
crazy?
you definitely need the potion of healing then. Which direction are you going?
That
I
way.
point.
The opposite.
And he
Of
points
where
the
you
opposite
were.
direction. He looks back and goes, He looks around up into the sky and looks towards the mountains to the south. Vigo looks back at you. Says, "Okay, well, good luck."
Can I hold my hand out to Archer? Can I have the carnelian back?
The carnelian. Did you call this a carnelian?
Who's paying for the 100 gold?
What I would like to do is use the stone of whatever.
The stone of
Whatever.
3 wishes.
I don't know. But then do that and then 90 gold to equal total 100.
Okay, so you are gonna give him the stone?
As part of the 100 gold
Yeah,
payment.
I got you as part of the thing. Yep.
If Archer will let me.
So as he starts kind of putting away some of the other things here, he had taken out a couple of other items out of his bag. He starts to pack up. He goes and you give him the gem and then the 90 gold, puts it together.
If Archer will let me. Confirm?
I let you, but I'm very disappointed because that thing is worth at least 20 gold. 3 wishes.
Oh, Vigo know these jokes again. You're very funny, man.
Look, I'm not a funny guy. I don't make
you're
jokes.
a funny man.
I'm not a funny.
You like what Vigo say? This word is clown. You clown man. Yes,
He is a clown man. That is Archer.
Vigo know the clown man.
He does know a clown man.
Oh yes, Vigo knows all the clown man.
I shamefully hand the carnelian to Python, and I look at my feet.
Alright, go ahead and pay Vigo the 90 gold, and then whoever wants to take the 2 potions of healing.
I am taking
Cleric.
That's
those.
your inventory.
Kool-Aid of healing.
Those are in my bag, and they are accessible if somebody needs to grab them from me.
As you inspect them when you take possession of them, yes, they are legitimate potions of healing.
Okay.
I'm so sad. I don't think I'm the richest one in the group anymore.
You were
It's really
lucky
sad.
on some of those inside rolls.
Yeah.
It's bad rolling on the other side. All right. So at this point, Vigo starts to get his little table kind of folded back up, and he starts putting it puts the chair, just kind of stuffs it into the bag. Vigo can't get this out, and as he tries to stuff it out, he pulls out another little bag that's attached to it. Who's the closest person at this point?
I've been
Tor?
keeping my way
Tor?
back.
Either me or Archer.
Okay, Tor, go ahead and roll a perception. Actually, I'm sorry. Roll with your proximity to it. Yeah, I mean you don't need perception here. Roll Arcana.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. I don't have Arcana for crap.
Wizard.
15?
Okay. The bag that he pulled out does have an aura of some kind of a magical essence to it.
Oh, hey.
Definitely
what's that?
distinct from anything else he's actually pulled out.
Oh, hey, what's that bag? I like how it looks.
It kind of looks around here, and you see it's kind of an interesting bag. It's from the outset of it, it doesn't necessarily look anything more than a regular ordinary bag. If it wasn't for the little hint of magic sense that you're picking up from it, you would just think it was just a normal tan cloth bag. And the color specifically is of actually not tan. It is a gray color. It's a gray color. But it looks like it's made of cloth. It has some ornate details around the top and bottom of it with some straps, the kind of drawstrings that pull it close. As the bag is open, there are some what look like almost like fuzzy objects inside the bag. And as you mentioned noticing it, Vigo kind of grabs the bag and pulls the strings closed. And then it picks the bag up and kind of tosses it a little bit in the air and catches it. It goes, "Oh, you mean these?"
Yes.
"Oh, this is Vigo's own private collection. Now we get into some serious Vigo business."
We just gave you something to where you can make 3 wishes and you get magical items every 3 weeks.
Oh,
That's
funny
a
clown
man
man,
talk.
he make the joke again. Oh, you is funny clown. Go juggle again, clown.
I'm gonna pick up the 4 rocks and I'm gonna walk like 10 yards away and I'm gonna juggle.
Roll another
He claps his hands and goes, "Oh, Vigo think that you all will go very, very far. Vigo knows some connections. If you get to Thay, just make sure you don't mess with the bald wizards. They turn you into bad, nasty things. But other than that, they may actually like to see the juggler."
I can juggle more than 4. I can juggle 5.
Oh, this is the greatest trick
Juggle,
Vigo's
juggle,
ever
juggle
seen.
6. I can
Vigo!
probably. I can.
Business?
Oh yes, yes. This is a very special bag. Vigo has very many things inside this bag. He calls it the Vigo bag of tricks.
Could have sworn that's what the first bag was.
A bag of tricks. Yeah? Tell me more.
Oh dear.
Well, Vigo tells you all these secrets, then you know.
Oh, come on, Vigo.
Perhaps maybe some persuasion might help Vigo do a demonstration.
Perhaps. What kind of persuasion? An
Vigo-
actual persuasion roll?
We can do that, or he was probably talking about in-game money.
Oh,
You
no.
can do a persuasion.
I have 15.
15?
Mhm.
Okay, Vigo's throw you a trick. So he goes into the bag, he pulls it open, he pulls out a little fuzzy object from the bag. There's a whole bunch of different colors accordingly, and he pulls the object out, he kind of twirls it around his fingers, and he throws it up into the air. And as it lands, the object unfurls itself into a big giant rat. He said, "Look, this bag of tricks. You take the fuzzy object in the bag, you throw it, and then something magical happens." And he kind of kicks the rat out, and the rat kind of looks at him, kind of hisses a little bit, and then runs away.
How much?
Unfortunately, sometimes you don't get exactly what you want, but sometimes you get cool things. Vigo see panthers, sometimes Vigo see weasel, one time Vigo see giant elk. It's very hard to get back in the bag once it go out. That's why it's a bag of tricks. Very fun. Clan man would like, yes.
How much for the bag?
These bags very, very expensive. 400 gold pieces, though.
You're killing me, Vigo.
How about 4?
For
I'm not actually
Gold?
saying this. but-
Can I grapple him?
4 gold. Don't grapple him. 4 gold.
no, Blue Girl is also funny.
I am.
Oh,
I'm very
clown
funny.
number 2, girl with the water
Yes.
tricks.
Yes, that's me. But what if I could trade you something magical back?
What is you have?
I am going to reach into my bag and pull out the unknown potion because I still haven't identified it.
Okay.
I have a magic potion.
Oh, you know these magic potions. These don't look like potion of healing, though.
It is not.
What is a potion of? May Vigo ask.
It's a potion of invisibility.
Is it a trick?
It is not a trick. It is a potion of invisibility, which I have to assume that sometimes in your line of work and your acquiring of all of these amazing items can sometimes be a bit dangerous.
This is very, very interesting. Do you mind if Vigo inspects it? Vigo
Yes.
see no label on the potion, so Vigo may see maybe
Yes, Vigo may see.
invisibility, or
Vigo
maybe
may-
it
Vigo
is
may
cat
not-
piece.
Vigo may not consume.
But what if it's cat piece?
It's not.
How does Vigo know?
You can smell it, but no consuming.
Make a persuasion check.
You said cat.
Did not drink the cat pee?
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Okay, Vigo knows you see magical potions from time to time. This does look like a potion of magical something. Now, Vigo might not know if it's invisibility, but definitely Vigo knows the difference between capiz. Vigo not share that story.
I am offended that you would even think that I would do such a thing.
Oh, Vigo not take personally. Vigo just knows in the business sometimes you never know, especially on these kind of road. There's some bad guys who do the bad things, and you know.
I swear if I wasn't busy, I'd arrest you right now.
You all have the weapons. I'm sure you run into sometimes people who try to, how should you say, they could take it to the advantage, perhaps.
Yeah, it's
But Vigo
happened.
knows that you, the funny girl and the funny man in the back with the
never.
rocks and everything, and the cranky lady who, she very nice, but also she kind of strange and also cranky. Vigo can't put his
she's
finger
very
on that
cranky.
one.
She's
But
very cranky.
the big
she's just
bald
like
man
that.
is funny, and Vigo very scared of your dragon, your pet dragon. So he not care about that. But Vigo think that you
What?
is a good person. So
Thank
Vigo
you.
give your discount for this bag of tricks. He will take the invisibility potion. I will reduce the price down to 100 gold.
Still don't have it.
Roll roll a insight check.
That was a nat 20.
Nat 20. Yes. Your market value appraisal of this, that's actually a good deal. It retails for over 900 gold.
All right, Tor.
Hey, Archer?
If I buy this for you, can we go, please?
Yes, if you buy this for me, we can go immediately.
I give Tor 100 gold.
And I give it to Vigo.
Okay. So Vigo takes the invisibility potion and the 100 gold, and now you take the bag. And since he's kind of identified it for you, you can go ahead and we'll skip that process. But you actually do own a bag of tricks. Gray
Yes.
bag of tricks. You can
So
add that to your inventory.
Yeah. And that makes a difference because it changes like what you can pull out of it, right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. It doesn't give me the list, but I can look it up.
So and I can go over it here with you, but out of game, just so that you know what it does. You basically use an action, you pull it out, the little object out of it. You can throw it up about 20 feet, and then you roll a d8. And depending on which number of rolls, it goes anywhere from a weasel to a rat to a badger to a boar to a panther, a giant badger, a dire wolf, or a giant elk.
Nice.
The creature is friendly to you and to your group, and it will act on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command it, and it moves in what action it takes on your turn or give it general orders. Otherwise, if you don't give it orders, it will act on its own.
Got it.
And you can only pull 3 fuzzy objects out, and the bag can't be used until the next day. So it
Got it.
recharges
Overnight.
every day. Yep. But there you go. A bag of tricks.
Actually,
It's so cool.
Mahi
It's a cool
didn't
item.
want to buy it, but I wanted to buy it.
It's a cool item.
Okay, we can go now. Thank you, Vigo.
Vigo waves and he finishes up the rest of his packing and puts the backpack on, humps it over, and then he gives you kind of a nod. Goes, remember, if you ever see Vigo again, if you look for new items, Vigo always definitely interested. And maybe I go see Fandolin for a little bit to stay in town, see what they can do for Vigo, and maybe Vigo there or Vigo go to Neverwinter. We'll see.
Have fun, Vigo.
Goodbye, everybody. Good
Goodbye,
luck. Be
Vigo.
careful of
Goodbye.
anything that can kill you.
Yes.
And he starts
Thank you.
walking past through the middle of your group and continues on down the road. You'll hear him whistle a little bit as he kind of trolls off into the distance.
I stop juggling and I walk back.
This is an actual legit item, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
the moment I go away, the moment I walk away.
Did you watch what it did?
No, I was juggling.
So wait, what happens if I use this out of combat?
The same thing that happens in combat.
Okay, so it's still friendly towards us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Would
gonna
it
pull-
count? Wait, I got a question. He used it once. If she used it once, would that mean she can only do it one more time before we take a rest?
That's correct. At this point, yeah, go ahead and mark that as one charge has been used for the day.
Yep.
And that giant rat like took off because he kicked it. So.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
you, rest of you don't really see it unless you want to track
I'm
it down.
totally gonna use it again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8.
Okay. Is it okay if I go ahead and pull up a chart?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it in front of you, so I mean, if you just want to roll, just tell me what your number is. I'll tell you what it is.
It's a 2.
Okay, that's another giant rat.
I mean, it's great.
So she
my
goes
God,
into
I'm
the bag
totally
and she kind
summoned.
of sticks her tongue out there and reaches deep into the bag and pulls out a nice big fuzzy object. And they're all basically the same color, so you can't distinguish one from the other. And then you kind of toss it up into the air, catch it, and then throw it out into the ground. Do you throw it at anyone in particular?
I'm gonna throw it near Archer so that it appears next to him,
I
but
kinda
like
thought
not
of that.
at him.
Yeah, so you kind of throw it in his general direction, and it kind of poofs in front of Archer, and this gray smoke appears, and as the smoke dissipates, there's another little giant, well, not a little, but
Another
a giant
little-
rat that pops out. It kind of looks around like, what is going on? And it looks up at Archer.
I like pull my sword out and I like point at it.
No. I'm gonna look at the rat. Sit.
So it kind of looks over to Tor, and it wiggles its whiskers a little bit. And it doesn't really know how to sit, so it kind of just plops down on its belly.
But
Just
You can pet it. It's friendly.
it's a giant rat, but it's still a small beast in comparison, so it's probably like the size of a cat.
You
That's,
can pet it. It's friendly.
But yeah.
I'm not petting it. I'm not. Nope. I'm
gonna
sheathing my
reach around.
sword.
I'm gonna pet it. I'm gonna pet my rat.
By the way, where's Drippy?
Probably around my neck.
So as you do that, and you go down to pet it. Drippy kind of
No,
comes up
Drippy.
to-
No.
and it looks at you and looks back at the rat. And the rat at this point looks a little freaked out, and it starts backing up onto Archer's foot.
Hey, nope, no. I'm gonna shove it off. I'm just gonna push it
Archer,
off.
you're gonna
Archie,
have
you
to
notice
carry.
a little wetness on your foot.
Archer, you're gonna have to carry our new pet. Okay, you're gonna have to carry him.
First, the halfling. Now this. I'm not carrying it. I'm not doing it.
At this point, it runs and scurries around the group, and it hides behind Tavi's foot.
Tavith, would you like a pet rat until tomorrow?
I would love a pet rat.
He'll be
And this-
friendly. You can pick him up and carry him.
As you say this, no need. You feel something crawling up the back of your leg, up your butt, and onto your shoulder, and the giant rat is sitting on you.
Ooh, get some
Congratulations,
goosebumps and
Tavith. You have a
chills.
new
This
friend.
man doesn't have pants either. Like, this just clawed up his...
Yeah, he just clawed up your. But to be fair, most of your body's kind of like a stony type exterior, so
And I got mud on it, so it probably.
Yeah.
He's good.
it feels like a tree.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. This is the best day.
Okay, yes, let's go. Oh my gosh.
Can we
Alright.
take a break though?
Like in the game or
Like out of
Okay.
game? Can we take
Oh,
a
yeah,
break
yeah,
to go
okay.
get drinks in the
Oh,
bathroom?
that's really? I mean, I think you only used like one spell, yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
like a short rest.
Yeah, and it didn't actually the one spell I used didn't take a spell slot.
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
my
That's what I saw. I was trying to think. I don't think you guys did anything yet.
I don't
since
think
you
you
need a
short
break.
rest.
But
No, no.
In
Out of
game, we can
break.
take a break. It's 10:30? Yeah, not too bad. All right, we will come back.
Okay.
Awesome.